Once again, the conclusion of Meg 2: The Trench reaffirms that megalodons are no match for the apex predator known as Jason Statham. Meg 2 Inches resumes a few years after the events of the original The Meg, where Jonas and his Mana 1 team embark on another expedition into the Mariana Trench. However, this time they encounter a fresh set of challenges. Confronted by 3 megalodons and stumbling upon an illicit mining facility at the trench's depths, their journey takes an unexpected turn. Stranded and ultimately escaping using a submersible from the base, they make a startling discovery. An explosion has torn through the thermocline layer of the trench, creating a breach that allows not only the megalodons but also various other creatures to break free. The conclusion of Meg 2 Inches unfolds as the crew races against time to safeguard tourists on the nearby Fun Island, while simultaneously neutralizing the escaped creatures from the trench. This intricate task is further complicated by the presence of mercenaries, employed by the antagonist of the trench, Driscolley. Driscolley's aim is to eliminate the crew due to their discovery of her base. Predictably, the majority of the villains meet their demise in the jaws of the escaped monsters, while Statham and his team take on the responsibility of dealing with the formidable creatures themselves, except for one. Their triumph is marked by a celebratory gathering on the beach, with drinks in hand, as they acknowledge that the likelihood of facing more megalodons in the foreseeable future remains high. As Meg 2: The Trench commences, a revelation unfolds. Several years earlier, the Mana 1 team stumbled upon a juvenile megalodon, affectionately named Haiki, which they nurtured within confinement. In a twist of fate, Haiki's escape becomes the catalyst that propels Jonas and his crew into the heart of the trench, igniting the narrative. In the depths below, they make a startling discovery: 2 additional colossal sharks. Among them is a megalodon of such magnitude that Jonas christens it the largest specimen ever encountered. This trio of megalodons becomes a source of incessant troubles, with a notable tally of tourists falling prey to their voracious appetites on Fun Island, until Jonas manages to put an end to this unsettling feast. To divert the attention of the megalodons from their prey, Jonas takes to a jet ski, skillfully leading them away from the island. Employing a clever strategy, he outfits harpoons with explosives, ultimately eliminating one of the megalodons by delivering a decisive blow to its head, resulting in a prompt detonation. The larger shark proves to be a more formidable adversary, posing challenges for Jonas. However, in the climax of Meg 2, he ingeniously employs a helicopter blade. He uses the blade to create a splash in the water, drawing the massive creature's focus, and then seizes the opportunity to pierce the charging monster's brain with the blade, bringing the perilous encounter to a resolute end. Meg 2: The Trench introduces franchise newcomer Wu Jing as Ju Ming, Mei Ying's uncle. Ju Ming plays a vital role in the story, as he had been training Haiki using a specialized clicker to deter her from attacking. After Jonas successfully eliminates the other 2 megalodons, Haiki unexpectedly returns for another confrontation. Racing directly towards Ju Ming, it appears that the clicker's efficacy is in doubt. However, in a tense moment, the signal manages to penetrate Haiki's instincts, prompting her to abruptly veer away at the very last instant. With this, Haiki retreats into the depths, leaving her destination shrouded in mystery. In Meg 2, a villainous subplot is introduced to add excitement to the storyline. Driscolley, an investor in Mana 1, employs the team's research as a facade to mask her true intentions. Underneath the surface, she's established a clandestine base at the depths of the trench. Her primary motive is to extract a rare mineral exclusive to that location, which holds a staggering value in the billions. Overseeing this covert operation is Montes, a mercenary fueled by a personal vendetta against Jonas due to a past mission that led to his incarceration. The discovery of this secret mining endeavor by the Mana 1 crew catches Driscolley off guard. As a result, she commands Montes, alongside her insider within the team, to eliminate any threats posed by the crew members who have uncovered her hidden operation. In Meg 2, the identity of the mole is eventually exposed, revealing Jess as the perpetrator who sabotaged the rescue sub. Jess is also romantically entwined with Montes, and her sole disclosed motive for betrayal is the allure of financial gain. Fate takes a swift turn in Jess's case when the escaped megalodons breach the trench. In a twist of poetic justice, she finds herself perilously close to a supposedly megalodon-proof window, which shatters when a megalodon forcefully smashes through, consuming her in the process. For those who had previewed the trailer of Meg 2, this dramatic demise might have already been unveiled, yet its impact remains undiminished. In Meg 2, apart from the trio of megalodons that trail Jonas and his companions through the breached thermocline layer, several other formidable creatures emerge from the depths. Among these, the initial arrival is a colossal squid, which also ventures toward Fun Island, engaging in a rather unwelcome snack time involving the unsuspecting tourists. While Jonas remains preoccupied with the megalodons, the responsibility of dealing with the giant squid falls upon Juming. However, an unexpected turn of events occurs, as a ravenous megalodon steps in to lend a hand, aiding Juming in addressing the menacing squid. A group of amphibian lizards with a taste for humans also make their way onto Fun Island's shores. Surprisingly, these creatures turn out to be quite advantageous in reducing the number of mercenaries pursuing Jonas and his companions. Notably, they manage to apprehend the antagonist of Meg 2, Driscolley, as she attempts to flee using a helicopter. Eventually, a combination of explosives and gunfire is employed to neutralize these menacing lizards. Eventually, Juming deduces that Haiki's escape from captivity and her eagerness to return to the trench were both driven by the onset of mating season. Subsequently, the crew witnesses a first-hand view of Haiki engaging in rather amiable interactions with the other megalodons. As the story draws to a close, the final scene features Jonas and Juming engaged in a discussion. They contemplate the possibility that Haiki might be pregnant, hinting at the potential emergence of more megalodons to contend with. However, rather than delve into this predicament immediately, they jointly decide to save that concern for another time. Instead, they opt to revel in their triumph and partake in a celebratory bout of merriment, complete with a bit of indulgence in alcohol. Although not explicitly confirmed in Meg 2, there's a strong likelihood that Haiki is expecting, implying that the world may soon witness the emergence of more megalodons navigating the waters. Furthermore, it's plausible that additional creatures have also managed to break free from the confines of the trench. Subsequent installments in author Steve Alton's Meg series introduce aquatic beings such as the Leopleurodon or the Kronosaurus. With the barrier that once separated the world from the trench now torn asunder, the Meg 3 inches is poised to introduce a myriad of new threats for Jonas to confront. Although Alton's novel The Trench and the film Meg 2 inches may share certain surface-level similarities, their narratives unfold in distinct ways. While both works include the prominent story element of a Meg escaping captivity for mating purposes, there are substantial differences beyond this point of convergence. Notably, while Statham's portrayal of Jonas and Cliff Curtis's depiction of Mac remains consistent, significant book characters like Jonas's wife Terry and the formidable energy mogul villain Benedict Singer are notably absent from the film adaptation. Furthermore, a pivotal subplot from the book that involves a Kronosaurus attacking submarines is noticeably omitted in the cinematic sequel. The conclusion of the Trench novel unfolds within the depths of the trench itself, where Jonas embarks on a daring mission to rescue his wife from an underwater laboratory. A tense escape transpires just before the lab meets its demise. However, Jonas finds himself haunted by the recurring nightmare of perishing within the trench, especially when a menacing Kronosaurus nearly obliterates their escape pod. In a twist that defies expectations, Angel, the Meg in the book, intervenes. Angel emerges and vanquishes the monstrous threat, providing the couple the opportunity to flee to safety. The novel concludes with Angel giving birth to 2 male offspring, setting the stage for the subsequent installment, Primal Waters. In contrast, Meg 2, The Trench culminates entirely on Fun Island, without any presence of Kronosaurus in the narrative. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.